Hello friends, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now let's look at this question in logarithm. The question says, given that log a raised to the power of 5 all square minus 4 log a raised to the power of 5 plus 3 is equal to 0, find the possible values of a. So for me to solve this is square, and this is log a raised to the power of 5 is here and also is here, and this one half square. So what I can do here is to try to form this equation to the quadratic equation by saying let log a raised to the power of 5 be equals to x. So meaning that in this equation I'm going to replace log a raised to the power of 5 with x. So this is going to be x raised to the power of 2. If I call this log a raised to the power of 5x, so it means this expression or this term is going to be x raised to the power of 2 minus, this is x, so it's going to be 4x now, plus 3 is equal to 0. So I'm going to solve quadratically using either quadratic factorization method, quadratic formula, or completing the squares method. So I'm going to use factorization method, which is the shortest. So I'm going to look for two numbers that will give me minus 4 when I add them, but will give me plus 3 when I multiply them. The two numbers are going to be minus 3 and minus 1, because minus 3 minus 1 is going to give me minus 4, but minus 3 times minus 1 is going to give me plus 3, because minus times minus is plus, 3 times 1 is 3. So now, and remember that we're dealing with x as a variable, meaning that it's going to be minus 3x and minus 1x, because I'm going to replace this middle term with those values. That is, the middle term here is minus 4x. So if for me to factorize, so this is going to be x squared minus 3x minus 1x, but you know 1x is always x, plus 3 is equal to 0. In this case, I'm going to factorize by putting brackets here and here, putting brackets here and here also. So I'm going to look for a common factor between x squared and 3x, which is x. So I'll bring it out of the brackets and put brackets. Then what will remain here is x, because x times x is x squared, minus what will remain here is 3. So I will do the same here. What's the common factor here? X and 3. The common factor is minus 1. Okay, I'm going to bring 1 outside and put a bracket here, and I'll have x here minus 3. Do you know why it is minus 3? Because if I clear the bracket again with minus 1, minus times minus is going to give me this plus. So now you can see I have x minus 3 and x minus 3 here as common factor. I'm going to pick 1. So remember, this is equal to 0. So I'm going to write x minus 1, put brackets, x minus 3, now put brackets. So in this case, that means I'm going to equate x minus 1 to 0 and also equate x minus 3 to 0. So doing that, I will have x minus 1 is equal to 0. X minus 3 is also equal to 0. So to get the value of x here, so I'm going to collect like terms. Minus 1 will cross over to me 0. That will become x is equal to plus 1. Remember that 1 plus 0 is 1. And this one will be the same thing. X is equal to 3. So I have x. These are the values of x, 1 and 3. So what I'm going to do here, I bring back this equation, which is log a raised to the power of 5 is equal to x. So remember that I got x as 1 and 3. So I'm going to equate log a raised to the power of 5 to 1 and also equate it to 3 and find the, you have to get the value of, or the values of possible values of a. So doing that, this is equal to, using index or exponential rule of logarithm, this is going to be or indices, this is going to be a raised to power of 1, then 5 will come down, the log will disappear. So an a raised to power of 1 is a. That means a is equal to 5. So I'll do the same with 3 when x is 3. So that is going to be a log a raised to power of 5 is equal to 3. Then solving using exponential law, this is going to be a raised to power of 3 is equal to 5 will come down. Then for me to get the value of a here is going to be, remember that this is a raised to power of 3. So for me to eliminate, to get the value of a, making a the subject of the formula, I'm going to obtain the cube root of 5 on the right hand side. That would be cube root of 5. So if you press calculator and get the cube root of 5, you can leave the answer like this. In this case, the values of a are 5 and cube root of 5. These are the possible values of a in this equation. Thank you for watching.